Alright. Welcome there, race fans from all over the world. Tonight at Pocono Raceway in Long Pond, Pennsylvania. Tonight the Extreme 99, ExtremeMotorsports99.com brings to you the K&N Pro Toyota Care 250. I'm Tim Matt Bray up here in the OSRN network booth, and beside me is Ryan Galville. How you doing, Ryan? But I tell you what, it's already getting hair raising time. Yes, it is. Let me see right here. I thought my cameras was on. My camera's not on? Uh-oh. Something going on, Ryan. It ain't working, buddy. What did happen? Oh, there it is. I'm sorry. There it is. Y'all gonna have to forgive me. I'm still learning this. I'm sorry about that, y'all. I got it, Ryan. Okay. Pat, that better? You can't hear Ryan? Hang on. Ryan, say something.
Trying to load it up on my phone.
Say something. Say something.
Hello, hello.
Okay, we got you now, buddy. We got you now. Okay, Pat. That's okay. I'll get it better. Y'all enjoy. I sure do appreciate y'all coming on here and talking to us. Thank you, Jacob. Nightbot. Woohoo. Pat, you got some company on there, ain't you? Now I got it right.
Yeah, I think we're all good here. I'm just looking. I think we got it.
We got just a few seconds here, a few minutes. We're going to grid up.
Yeah, we're looking at a good-looking field. We'll run through the lineup once we get them on the grid. We got one of the negatives about a big track like Pocono is the pace laps are very long. So we're hoping for not very many cautions, so this race isn't too long. Caution free would be nice. Caution, the least amount of caution is the best always, obviously, but should be a good show. It's a big, long, very unique, challenging track. Got a pretty good field, 20-plus drivers, some new faces out here, some old returning drivers too, of course. We got another 2 minutes till we hit the grid here. Points leader coming in. We had an off week last week, and they did a test race at South Boston and decided to change the schedule up a little bit. Actually, next week, instead of South Boston, we'll be heading to the Iowa Speedway for the 8th race of the season. But this race here at Pocono and the rest of the season after that, still as is. Everything just got pushed a week back due to the off week there for week 13. But we're back. Week 13 just came to an end for you people that like the official racing. And this is, I think, the 4th season of 2018 here. But You got a good show coming up here, and coming up to halfway through our season here at ExtremeMotorsports99.com K&N Pro Series East.
I think they done a good job there by changing it to Iowa there, Ryan.
Yeah, I think South Boston would have been really tough. We get 20-plus cars a week here, and if we got that amount of cars at that track, could have been really messy, could have been real wreck fest. Just bound to happen at a track like that, no matter what the experience of the drivers are. And Iowa's a really awesome track, really great multi-groove, challenging racetrack, and that'll put on a great show. We got a lot of short tracks coming up on the schedule, with or without South Boston, of course, with Bristol 2 weeks later after Iowa. We got Iowa, Chicago, Bristol, Watkins Glen, Talladega, Gateway, New Hampshire, and Dover is the rest of the rest of the season. And we got the playoffs coming after these next 3 races. We got 4 races, including this one, until the playoffs.
Well, I'm glad they went to Iowa. Iowa's a good track. Can y'all hear me good? Here we go. We're getting ready. I'm gonna pull it up here in my face, I guess. I bet that's better. Hello. Look at this there, Ryan.
Yeah, we got them gridding here. This is the new repaved, rescanned Pocono Raceway. So the way they grid these guys is pretty unique, pretty cool. Now they set them up like they would be if they were sitting on the grid at a real NASCAR race, crooked there, diagonal, parallel to each other down the pit lane. And it'll be cool. We can see our starting lineup fairly easily here. They're single file. Pole sitter, a bit of a surprise. Did not expect to see this. Someone who's been running pretty well here. He hasn't run full season, but running pretty well. Davey Hendricks is on pole. Put out a 53.399 lap time, and that time is over 0.3 of a second faster than second place Edward Morris. So I think Davey Hendricks has got this place figured out pretty well. He's got to put down a really fast lap time. Edward Morris starts second for Apocalyptic Motorsports, and right behind him, his teammate Nicholas Roman starts third, and then 0.3 behind him. Those top 3 guys are basically in their own zip code there. 4th place, Andrew Mraz. 5th place, Darren Clement. 6th is Michael Thwaites. 7th is points leader coming into the event is Brandon Ketchum. 8th place is Chris Gillum. 9th is Aaron Dukes, and 10th is second in points Tommy Amacy. 11th, Josiah Strauss. 12th, Justin Walters. 13th, Doug Blackman. 14th, Jason Edmonston. 15th position is Jerry Glenn. 16th is Eric Driggins. 17th, Don Kidder. 18th, Adam Novak. Got a couple guys that failed to make qualifying time that are going to make up the back of the field here. We see John Gonzalez. He crashed in his qualifying attempt, so he's starting at the tail end of the field, along with the new face there, Roy Crocker, in the number 6 machine. This is his first start of the season. So it looks like we've got a field of about 21 cars, plus or minus. It looks like 21 cars are going to take the grid as we got pace car rolling out into turn 1 here with the field in tow. And take one long pace lap till we take the green flag here.
Well, I tell you what, it's fixing to get hot.
Yeah, it is. That's for sure. In the hot Pocono sun, this track is going to be slick out here in the Pocono Mountains, Long Pond, Pennsylvania, with Edward Morris, Davey Hendricks on the front row. Davey Hendricks, it's been all right over the course of the season. No great showings, but he's been running top 10 every race, and by the looks of that lap time alone that he put out in qualifying, I think this guy's got some real speed here. Got an 85 lap race ahead of us, and if he can put out 85 laps like he did in qualifying, man, he's a pretty good pick to win this race as long as all goes well.
It's going to be hard to catch if he does that during the race, buddy.
Yeah, that's for sure. He's got a fast car as the pace car comes out of the tunnel turn number 2, and into this long, flat turn number 3, the final corner on the racetrack. It's fixing to be a good one. And Nicholas Vroman, who was scheduled to start third, looks like he's had an issue, and he's going to be starting the race from the pit lane, so he's going to be really hoping for a quick caution to get to the front, because we know he's got speed, qualified third, but he'll fall to the back. The inside row behind him, for fifth on back, those odd positions, got to move up a row. But pace car is in the hands of Davey Hendricks, and the green flag is in the air here at Pocono. 85 laps here for the K&N cars, and Davey Hendricks out to a great start. He is clear over Edward Morris as they barrel down into turn number 1 for the first time here on OSR Network. And it's Davey Hendricks, Edward Morris, and Andrew Mraz going to take third out of turn number 1. But out of 2 with a great run is Edward Morris in the 7 car, and he's got Mraz charging behind him. Davey Hendricks already under pressure down into the tunnel turn, turn number 2. This is when it gets sort of sketchy coming in here side by side like this. Morris on the bottom, going to have to take it easy. Hendricks on the top, though, is going to get the run on exit. The whole field's going to make it through the tunnel turn, and Davey Hendricks with the run on the exit of 2 clears for the lead. And the battle right now is for third, Andrew Mraz, Darren Clement, Michael Thwaites there looking for fourth out of turn number 3. And down this long front straightaway, longest straightaway that we have all season long, Davey Hendricks is leading a long freight train of cars down the front straightaway. Lap 1 is complete. Davey Hendricks is your leader.
Yeah, he almost lost it, that number 7 of Edward Morris.
Yeah, Hendricks drove it pretty easy through turn 1 there in the first lap. Morris made a run for the 55 Davey Hendricks money. But Hendricks had a really strong run there on the top, pinched down the 7 of Morris a little bit, and made a great exit out of 2. And Hendricks has got a chance now to see if he can run away, as Mraz got a piece of the apron there through the tunnel turn, and man, they get close to kissing that wall there out of 2 into turn 3 here. And it's Davey Hendricks trying to see if he can get away from the second and third place cars, Mraz and Morris here down the back straightaway. Also, another car that has entered the race late here is the 37 of William Martin. That means 22 cars have started this race. And that looks like what's going to be the number of cars that hopefully are going to finish this race. 22 cars here. William Martin rounds out the field of 22. He and Nicholas Vroman started from the pits. And it's still Davey Hendricks trying to run away with this one down the long pond straightaway coming toward the tunnel turn. A lot of beating and banging toward the back. I'm looking back here, and a lot of cars with damage already, including the fast one, John Gonzalez, that 8 machine. That car's pretty beat up.
He's already got it beat up there, buddy.
Yeah, that 8 car's got quite a bit of damage. It's unfortunate to see because he's got a lot of speed, we know, from previous weeks. Qualified, he crashed in qualifying, had to start in the back of the field, and struggling to work his way to the front, especially now with all this damage. It's going to be a tough run for him.
Wonder what happened to him.
I am not sure. I did not catch how he got a lot of damage. He looks like more than just contact with the wall. He's got damage to every corner of that race car.
And the back looks bad.
Yeah, that thing is beat in like someone ran into him with a snowplow.
It does, don't it?
Oh, and he just got the wall out of turn 1 too. Man, he is having a real rough weekend right now, real rough night. Qualifying went bad, and this race he just tore down the wall out of turn 1 again. Championship contender, really, John Gonzalez is, and he can't afford a bad night. He's already missed a few races, and this is really going to hurt his chances if this race continues going how it is for him. But Davey Hendricks continuing his strong run, but we got a caution on the racetrack.
The 99.
That's Mason Smith in the exit of the tunnel turn is slowed, and the caution is out 5 laps into this event. I'm going to have to get a replay on that one.
03, Don Kidder. Him and Don Kidder.
Oh, yeah, Don Kidder involved too. Looks like the 99 got a run on exit. The 03 of Kidder came up a little bit in front of him, and the 99 did not check up and just got into the back of Kidder.
Don has a bad week. He's been having some bad luck, you know it.
Yeah, these guys were both running toward the back. Battle for 16th is what it was, and 99 of Mason Smith, man, he got a real good run through the corner, and he was going to have a hole on the outside, but when Kidder came up, Mason really didn't check up very much, if didn't check up enough at least, and got into the back of him, and both of them now gonna have some heavy damage to their cars.
Boy,
If they
that
wanna
99
continue.
had got some damage on it. He just got it fixed, though.
Yes, he did.
Just
He just came down
imagine.
for a fast repair. Don Kidder got towed to the pit, so not sure how long, if he'll go a lap down or not. But gonna see who takes a pit stop here.
It'll probably take about 2.5 minutes or maybe 3 to get around that track.
Yeah, this is a real big track. Long tows and long pace laps also are probably the two negatives of a big track like Pocono, especially compared to even a super speedway that's just as big. As it's a lot slower. But we got the whole field coming down here, pit stops, led by Davey Hendricks.
Let's look at them coming in here.
And there's one guy toward the back that I'm seeing, and I'm really liking this strategy. Nicholas Roman, who had an issue before the race, was forced to start the race from the pits instead of starting third where he was supposed to. He's going to stay out, and he's going to take the lead, and he's going to get a ton of track position, which he really needs. It's going to really help him. Instead of last to the front, he's just going to get a free pass there, but he's going to be on 5-lap old tires, which isn't awful, I guess, but we'll have to see how much tire wear is going to affect these guys as pit stops are on right now. And man, bad stop for Davey Hendricks. He's going to lose not only the lead, but he's going to fall to third. And Edward Morris comes out first, Andrew Mraz second, Davey Hendricks comes out in third. But again, staying out, the number 3 of Nicholas Roman will hold the lead on the restart ahead of Morris and Mraz and Davey Hendricks. Darren Clement will be in the 5th position on the restart. Michael Thwaites is 6th. 7th is Jerry Glenn. Back to 8th position is points leader Brandon Ketchum. 9th, Josiah Strauss. And 10th is Doug Blackman here. That's your top 10 for the upcoming restart here.
Well, it didn't take much, did it?
It did not. It did certainly not.
All right, we got the leader back up here. Let's see. That's Nicholas Verman.
Yes, sir. Staying out on that pit strategy there. I think it's a really good call. Instead of having to charge through to the front of the field, he'll be on just a little bit older tires. Not too bad, but he's certainly probably, as long as nothing goes horribly wrong, he'll be better than dead last, which is where he was before the caution.
Yeah, he ain't got but 6 laps on them tires.
Yeah, he should be totally fine as long as we don't go green the rest of the way, which is doubtful, to say the least. He should be all right. As we take 1 to green here, the pace car's lights are off. One more brutally long pace lap to go here until we take the green. Nicholas Vroman and Edward Morris, the Apocalyptic Motorsports teammates, are the front row for the restart here. And the whole field has gotten back on the track. Don Kidder and Mason Smith took their fast repairs. They are at the tail end of the field. Don Kidder is a lap down. He's also the only car 1 lap down. So if we do have another caution and he is that 1 lap down car, he will get the lucky dog.
He might.
John Gonzalez also took his fast repair there, Tim.
Yeah, I seen John Gonzalez do it. Did he get his car fixed?
Yeah, the 8 car, John Gonzalez, he had all that damage from bouncing off the wall and bouncing off all sorts of other things. He ended up taking his fast repair, and also they're giving 25 of Doug Blackman an EOL. I believe it's because of maybe internet issues. I just saw him blinking a little bit there. I think they might be giving him an EOL just for safety reasons, I guess you could call it, because he was having some pretty bad blinking issues here coming to the restart. Also, Mason Smith was given the EOL for the cause of caution penalty. He is starting at the rear along with Don Kidder and Doug Blackman here for the caution, but coming out of turn 3 here, getting ready for the restart.
That's sad for 25, oh.
Yeah, he's certainly got a fast car. We've seen some speed out of him all season long, and it's a shame that he's got to start in the back due to that. But pace car's in, green flag back in the air. Give it to Nicholas Roman on the restart on the old tires. Gets a good takeoff, no wheel spin, and he has the lead as they barrel down into turn number 1.
Man, he's gonna be lucky to keep that, cause that 21 That 21 Andrew Mays is coming up.
Yeah, he just cleared Edward Morris on the entry to turn 1, drove it in deep, and he's going to clear him. Is he going to throw the block? Yes, he is. Morris is going to check up. Hendricks is going to check up behind him as they come flying down here towards turn number 2. A lot of guys side by side, almost 3 wide toward the back, all behind Edward Morris and Nicholas Vroman. One car washes up towards the wall, but they're going to make it through all right. At turn 2, the tunnel turn can get real hairy there. On restarts side by side is real dangerous, but they made it work there. We got guys trying to get all they can down at the bottom. Man, Morris gets a run on Mraz, but he lost it on exit. Hendricks was so low there in turn 3, he got a piece of the grass there on the exit. He's still digging, though, behind Mraz.
Darren Clemens is coming up on. He's coming up behind him there too. You know they ain't but about 4 in front of him.
Yeah, and Brandon Ketchum is there too, the points leader.
Yes, he
points
is.
Leader Brandon Ketchum battling for the 5th position there. And the battle for second's also on. Morris is sticking his nose under Mraz. This could get dangerous. He has to check up as Mraz cuts his nose off. That gives Hendricks the opportunity for 3rd spot on the exit of turn 2, but not enough of a run. Morris is going to clear him out at the tunnel turn, and now Mraz is cleared a 2nd, and he's going to try to charge and catch up to Vroman there on the older tires, who with all this battling has been able to run away.
He sure has, and that's unusual for the old tires.
Yeah, they've just been battling so hard for the 2nd spot. He is pulling away. He gained 0.3 of a second that time, and they're not done battling. Edward Morris with a run out of 3 down the front straightaway. He's got a chance on Mraz here into 1. Davey Hendricks trying to do the crossover here out of the first corner. Morris is dead even with Mraz. He's got a little bit of a run down the long pond straightaway. I don't think it's going to be enough, though. Hendricks is going to wait in tow. Morris is going to have the preferred line here through the tunnel turn. Let's see if he can make it work here. He's going to drive it in, and he's going to clear Mraz. Hendricks had to check up hard. They're stacking up, and there they go.
41.
Ketchum and Thwaites are around. A huge stack up in the tunnel turn. Multiple cars involved. Caution is out. Eric Driggins, bunch of points contenders are involved. Caution again here on lap 10.
Yeah, a points leader was involved in it.
Yeah, big stack up there, and the tunnel turn was the cause of that one. It started with the dive bomb attempt there and the pass by Morris. Then Mraz and Hendricks kind of checked up a little bit, it looked like, and everyone kind of got on the brakes expecting something to happen there on the exit of the corner. And people just ran each other over. Basically 2 separate incidents, all because of checking up between Thwaites and Ketchum. I think were the 2 different accidents that happened. Yeah, the first one was Hendricks checked up and Ketchum had to get onto the brakes, and then Clements couldn't check up in time. Ketchum got spun and hit by Jerry Glenn. And then the other one was the 12 of Thwaites had the same thing happen. He checked up behind the 97 car, Jerry Glenn.
I wonder how many's coming in this time.
Yeah, we're going to have to see what we get for pit stops, but a couple of guys with pretty bad damage, including some big front runners in points, including 3 of the top 5 in points were involved in that one. Brandon Ketchum 1st in points, Michael Thwaites 3rd in points, Jerry Glenn 4th in points, and then also Eric Driggins 6th in points. They were all involved in that accident. That wreck took out a lot of big championship contenders, and it's going to send them to the tail of the field here for repairs and such, and that's really going to hurt them for the remainder of this one.
Yes, it is.
But that's a huge break for Nicholas Vroman, because he was able to hold the lead on the old tires, and looks like Andrew Mraz is going to play strategy game. He's going to stay out this time while the rest of the field comes in. Don Kidder is going to stay out. He's going to get the lucky dog, though. So the rest of the field, though, coming in, Andrew Mraz will take the lead, though, as he stays out. See if he can get as lucky as Vroman did there, and see if he can hold the lead on this coming restart.
Yeah, Don Kidder's going to get that lucky dog. He'll be back on the same lap. Maybe he can get a good night out of it.
Yeah, still a long ways to go here. It'll put all 22 cars in this race back on the lead lap here, but here comes the race off of pit road. It's going to be a close one, but Davey Hendricks is going to take the lead back from everybody else. He beat both Morris and Vroman out of the pits. Clement, Gillum, Jerry Glenn, Gonzalez, Roy Crocker, Tommy Macy, and the rest of the field coming out. And the lead, though, goes to Andrew Mraz here in the number 21 machine. Trying to pull a strategy game just like the 3-car did to get from track position. Mraz, he was running up front already, but now he's got the clean air and he's going to be the leader on the restart here. Davey Hendricks, though, back to second after starting on pole and falling back. He's going to have a good pit stop and get himself back into second.
Yes, he is. He's coming up behind Don Kidder now. Don, like I said, he'll get the wave around.
Yes, he will. A couple guys coming out of the pits involved in the wreck. Some guys took a fast repair, like Eric Driggins took his fast repair. Michael Thwaites actually did not take his fast repair. He doesn't have a ton of damage. He's got a little bit, though, and he decided to save his fast repair for later if he needs it at all. Brandon Ketchum and Mason Smith are both still in their pit stalls getting repairs. They both also are not taking fast repairs yet, saving it for later if needed, or maybe they've already used it. Either way, they've got some pretty bad damage to their cars that they're going to leave there for strategy.
Tommy Macy's in 10th place now.
Yeah, he's second in points right now, only 10 points behind your points leader, Brandon Ketchum, and he needs a good run to get himself into the points lead, and also he needs Brandon Ketchum to have a bad run, which so far he is having a pretty bad run there after the accident.
Tommy could get up there and win this race. He's going to put the hurt on Brandon.
Yeah, he might put himself right up in the points lead if he can win this race.
Yes, he will. We don't want to see nobody have no bad luck.
No, we are certainly not rooting for anything bad to happen, but I don't think a Macy would mind Ketchum having a bad night, that's for sure.
Of course not. Him being second place.
Exactly.
Alright, here we go. Lights is off. Carry us to the flag, Bubba.
Yeah, the pace car leading the field with the lights off down the Long Pond straightaway. And the field is going to be in the hands of Andrew Mraz on the restart. Davey Hendricks is on top there. Mraz took the bottom for the restart, as he should, and looking forward to another exciting run here as they're getting stuff sorted out toward the back of the field. And it's going to be Andrew Mraz leading the field to the green flag as the pace car enters turn number 3.
We inside the cars.
And some onboard camera for the restart.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it in here with Andrew.
Alright, so we're going to come to the green flag. There's going to be still 72 laps remaining in this 85-lap race. Only 14 laps in when they take the green flag here for the restart, but we're green, and as the other two restarts went, the leader, this time Andrew Mraz, takes off strong, and he is very clear into turn number 1 here. It's between Morris and Hendricks here for second. As the field comes piling down into turn number 1, Edward Morris. He's got Hendricks right on his back bumper. Mraz had a really slow exit of the corner on those old tires, but Morris to second has got a huge run on Andrew Mraz for the lead into the tunnel turn number 2. He's got Hendricks and Vroman following. And looks like Morris is going to get under the 21 and clear him easily through the tunnel turn. Looks like Mraz is not going to have the luck that Vroman did, rather, with the old tires, and he's getting eaten up right now on the restart.
There comes John Gonzalez back.
Yeah, he's right there behind Chris Gillum, who we haven't talked about all night in that number 59 machine, who's running right now in the 5th position. But Gonzalez on the outside for 5th right now with help from the 32 of Darren Clement down the front straightaway. And it's right now a breakaway for the leader, Edward Morris, taking off real quick on the restart.
That number 3 coming back up there, Davey Hendricks.
Oh, battle for second. They're going to make it 3 wide here for second, maybe. Nope. Good move by Nicholas Vroman not to do that. That was very smart. Going 3 wide into the tunnel turn, I don't think has ever worked. Just ever. And now Davey Hendricks trying to make it work on the bottom, getting all of that apron here, trying to get some grip, and we got a caution.
Yes, we do, and I didn't see where it come from neither.
I am not seeing anything right now. Not really sure why the caution's out. I think it might be the 99 of Mason Smith. Let's find out. Looks like Mason T. Smith had an issue coming. He just came out of the pits with severe damage. And he came out of the pits and down the Long Pond straightaway and came to a halt at the bottom of the track in the tunnel turn. And guess he thought he was out of the way and there wouldn't be a caution, but apparently not. And the caution was triggered because of the 99 car stalling there on the back straightaway in the tunnel turn.
That wasn't no good for him.
No, that was not.
Back up the front here. We got a new leader.
Yes, we do. Edward Morris.
Edward Morris took a lead. Yeah.
He took the lead and ran with it and was hoping for a long green flag run, and no, he did not get that because of the untimely caution there because of the 99 of Mason Smith. And Morris leads the 21 of Mraz, who was about to get passed by Davey Hendricks and maybe even Nicholas Vroman on top of that when the caution came out. But it is Edward Morris leading as they're going to come see if we get some green flag pit stops here, or some caution flag pit stops here. As Edward Morris leads, I don't know if they went long enough to maybe have caution flag pit stops, but it's all in the hands of the drivers here. It's their call.
We're looking inside Tommy and Macy's car.
Yeah, Tommy right now moved up to 8th on that restart after starting 10th. And let's see, got any takers? Maybe some fakers.
There's a faker.
Oh, man, they're really aggressively faking. Oh, some guys toward the middle of the field. Darren Clements, the first one to come in from 7th. William Martin from 9th is in. A couple guys stayed out. Roy Crocker's in. Eric Driggins, Jerry Glenn, Aaron Dukes, Brandon Ketchum, Adam Novak, Justin Walters, Jason Edmonston, Doug Blackman, and they are all in the pits. That's from about midfield on back. Couple guys stayed out, including Don Kidder, Josiah Strauss, Tommy Amacy stayed out. He's going to move up to 7th. And Chris Gilliam, who is running 6th on up, stayed on the racetrack. John Gonzalez up into the top 5 right now, along with Nicholas Vroman, Davey Hendricks, Andrew Mraz, and your race leader is Edward Morris still. After 17 laps, 69 left here. We'll probably go green with 67 laps to go here at Pocono.
I'm looking at the cars through the top 10. There's Joshua Strauss. Michael Thwaites.
Yeah, some big championship contenders again, not having a great night. Edward Morris, he missed a couple races, but if you take those away, he's probably been one of the best drivers all season long. Andrew Mraz too. He missed a race, yet he's still 8th in the points. And Tommy Amacy, you gotta give him a quick call out here. He has missed a race, yet is still 2nd in points. That shows how good he's been all season long. He missed one of the races. I think it was the 2nd race of the season that he missed, but he came back strong and certainly a championship contender now, along with Ketchum, Thwaites, Jerry Glenn, Dylan Mirando. Guys are all strong, but Dylan Mirando, got to say, it's weird not seeing him. He's 5th in points, and he did not show up for this race here tonight. He's a no-show.
Oh, that ain't no good. I don't think I'd have done that.
You get 2 drop races a season, but you'd rather drop those 2 races on bad races rather than skipped races, because that just means you're going to have one less bad race dropped, and that's going to hurt him in the championship, I got to say. Still, though, he's got a chance. Certainly not over. As long as he shows up for all the rest of them, I guess he'll be in good shape. But coming into this race, he was 5th in points.
Yeah, we got one back there in the back, blinking.
We do. I think it's still the 25 of Doug Blackman, I think.
Yeah, he's
been
still
having
blinking.
some connection issues, and he's kind of just been crawling around toward the back and hoping for something to happen, either with his connection or with the guys on the racetrack, to get himself back to the front. And He's certainly got some speed in that race car. He always has all season long. He's been fast. But it's Brandon Ketchum, your points leader, toward the back of the field right now, though, with he took his fast repair, actually, during that caution flag. He is 14th right now with a fresh, clean race car coming to 67 to go this time. And he's got to work his way to the front carefully. He doesn't want to get in another accident to ruin his night. But it is Edward Morris who's going to be leading the field to green alongside Andrew Mraz, who is second. And Apocalyptic Motorsports teammates first and fourth right now, Roman and Morris, coming to the restart here with 67 laps to go at Pocono Raceway in Pocono, and here in the Poconos of Pennsylvania.
Green flag.
And we are back green. Edward Morris didn't actually get as great a jump as we've seen the guys in the lead on the restarts get. Andrew Mraz is still hanging in there all right, with Roman on his tail. And Morris clears Mraz into turn number one. Mraz is going to push to try to get a good run on him, but no, he's not going to get it. Remember, he's on about 7 lap older tires than these two guys next to him here, than basically the rest of the field. Actually, he's on the oldest tires in the field, and he's got Broman on his inside, who's got much fresher tires. And man, a lot of stacking up there through the tunnel turn. A lot of guys running down toward that apron. That's one of the toughest corners in the whole schedule here.
Yeah.
Battle for second is on.
Yeah, you got to take your time in that tunnel turn.
It certainly is a tough one. Here comes Roman trying again. He's been really struggling to get by Mraz, and it's exactly what Edward Morris wants to see. He is running away with this one as they keep battling hard for second, and Mraz is holding them up second on back. Roman going to drive it in here into turn number one. Mraz is going to pinch him with all he's got, and he's going to try to hold him off here out of turn number one. And he's going to clear him out of turn one and into turn two. He's going to have it clear into the tunnel turn. Andrew Mraz doing a really good job holding up the guys behind him and holding on to the track position as they enter the tunnel turn. Davey Hendricks kissed the safer barrier coming into the tunnel turn, and that really costed him a ton of track position. He fell way back there, way out of the top 5. Now it's the battle for third.
Yeah,
drives it in deep, and he's going to get the position.
Yeah, he kissed that wall, and he went way back there.
Yeah, he kissed the wall, and it caused him to go wide out there in the turn. He rebounded pretty good, though. He only lost 2 spots back to 6th position, and he didn't get any damage from it. Looks like he'll be fine on the long run here, but he's got a few more spots to make up here. That's for sure.
Have you noticed since they started there, Ryan Edward is on the hunt?
Yeah, he's setting sail here. He's got Andrew Mraz, who's a lot slower than he is because of the old tires, and it's been really tough for Nicholas Roman here trying to pass Andrew Mraz, and that's really made it easy for Edward Morris just to hold on to this lead here. And Roman is still trying real hard. He's tucked in right behind the 21 of Mraz. He's going to have a huge run here out of 3. I think this is his chance. Nicholas Roman there. He's got the run out of 3. He's going to nose ahead of him at the line, and he's going to be really close to clear here entering turn 1. He just needs to have a good corner to get the spot here for second.
I believe he's going to get it right there. It is, I think.
Yeah, he got it. And now John Gonzalez looking for third here on the top. Looks like he washed up a little bit. He's not going to get it yet. Mraz pushed up on the exit of 1, though. John Gonzalez now with a run on him for third. He's going to get his nose in there coming into this tricky tunnel turn number 2. John Gonzalez, see if he can make it work. It's going to be tough there on the bottom. He makes it stick, and he's going to hold his ground into turn number 3. He might have a chance here.
You know, this past week I've been doing some practicing on Pocono, and hey, I like Pocono.
Yeah, it's a real fun track, especially even just to run on test sessions on your own. It's a real challenging track, fun to run on your own. It's not your typical 1.5 mile cookie cutter oval. It's a very, very unique track, as John Gonzalez still working on Andrew Mraz there for third.
Yeah, you can turn that ghost car on and you can have fun with it.
Yeah, exactly. It's almost like a road course. And here comes Gonzalez. He's clear out of turn 1. He's going to come up and chop the 21's nose off, or is he? He's clear right now. He can make the move. I don't know if he knows that. He's playing it safe, and he holds the bottom. And now he's going to clear him out of turn number 2 as Mraz is going to get the wall. Andrew Mraz just got the wall really hard out of turn 2, pushing too hard with what he had, which wasn't very much for tires. And that costed him a couple spots. He's now down to 7th position, and he's got some pretty heavy right side damage. Looks like he's going to lose another one for 8th, but that staying out strategy did not work very well for Andrew Mraz. He is falling back to 8th position here. Roy Crocker's passing him right now. This is his debut for the season. Roy Crocker up to 8th, or up to 7th rather.
Yeah, that kissing that wall ain't good. Not this late in the race.
Yeah, and that was a little more than a kiss even. That was more of a smashing into the wall.
Trying to tear it down.
Yeah, he did. And battle for 4th is on. Davey Hendricks trying to get by Chris Gillum, who's, I think, really having his best race of the season. Chris Gillum he's been really working all night long here up in the top 5.
At number 7, though, Edward Morris is he got that at 3 of Nick Vorman coming up on him, though.
Yeah, he does, but the guy I'm really watching right now, that 55 of Davey Hendricks is picking heads right now. He just passed, I was just saying, he passed the 59 of Chris Gillum. He just passed John Gonzalez for 3rd, who just washed way up, and he's up in the marbles in turn number 1, and he's going to get passed by Chris Gillum. Gonzalez now getting pressured out of turn 1 by Roy Crocker, too, into the tunnel turn. A bad couple of corners there from Gonzalez costed him a couple spots. But yeah, Nicholas Vroman is reeling in that 7. Edward Morris, who I believe is probably saving his stuff a little bit for the long run, knowing that Nicholas Vroman really used his stuff up trying to pass the 21 of Andrew Mraz.
Yeah, pass that wall will eat you alive if you let it.
Yeah, it will. It tore up that 21 car, and it's waiting for more victims to hit it and tear some more cars up, because no doubt we're going to see some more cars hitting the wall here. And Brandon Ketchum, I think he got a piece of the wall because his car was clean not too long ago and it's got some right side damage as he's making the move for the 7th position he just did on Andrew Mraz.
He's lucky to be up there because he was way back there a while ago.
Yeah, he got involved in that accident there out of turn number 2 and making his way up toward the front from 6th to 4th in just that one corner. Man, Roy Crocker just passed John Gonzalez and Chris Gillum in turn 1, and now he's up to 4th.
I tell you what, Edward Morris is going to have to worry about Nicholas Vorman there because he's catching him.
Yeah, he is. And man, Davey Hendricks just hit the wall out of turn 2, I do believe, and now he's got pressure for 3rd from Roy Crocker in the 6 car.
I tell you what, Pocono's fun track to run, but you gotta let it ease in them turns.
I know these guys are pushing real hard. I think at least 75% of the field has got that right front fender, all sorts of torn up. Everybody's got a piece of the wall. As Chris Gillum is washing up on the exit of turn 1, he almost got a piece of the wall. He had to let way out of it.
We got a good one.
Right now, Davey Hendricks just got passed by Roy Crocker and John Gonzalez. He's going to fall from 3rd to 5th just that lap after getting into the wall. And now Gonzalez is working on Crocker for the 3rd spot. Gonzalez trying to pick 2 guys off on 1 lap, but Crocker's got a good run here out of turn 3 on the top. Hendricks is trying to do a crossover on Gonzalez. It looks like Gonzalez is going to block that move coming down the front straightaway.
Well, that had a good block there, wasn't it?
That was very good block. He kept him behind him, and the 2 Apocalyptic Motorsports teammates right now running 1-2. It was Roman that reeled in Morris, and that gap is sort of flatlined here between 1st and 2nd. They're nose to tail, about 2/10 apart from each other. Just running 1-2 right there, nice and easy. They're Their teammates, they know what to do. They're just going to take it easy here. Not even halfway through this race. Still 58 coming to 57 laps to go. And they've got nothing to lose right now. They've got over 3.5 seconds on the third place car of Roy Crocker. Which Roy Crocker in that number 6 car, I also believe, is affiliated with the Apocalyptic Motorsports crew here. He's got the Apocalyptic Motorsports logo there on the back bumper, as you can see, and I do believe Apocalyptic Motorsports is running 1, 2, 3 right now.
They dropped back a little bit from the front 2 runners.
Yeah, he has. They've got a big gap between first and second. All that battling going on for third on back has really slowed that group down, and first and second, Vroman and Morris have been pulling away, and they're just sitting in line together, keeping their cars clean and not making any mistakes right now.
Well, then you said them teammates, and when you're running team like that, Ryan, you don't want to rush one of them.
No, you don't. What they're doing right now is perfect. I think Vroman is faster than Morris, but he really just isn't trying to pass him. He doesn't want to take that risk, doesn't want to wear out those tires, and we've been on this green flag run for 20 laps now, and I do believe we're close to some green flag pit stops. And as I say that, Andrew Mraz just made his way down to the pit lane. He had some damage, and he came in. He was about 7 or 8 laps older fuel and tires, 7 laps longer of a run. So he's no doubt the first guy to come into the pits as expected for what I believe is a scheduled pit stops for fuel and tires here. And I think it's not going to be too long we see the rest of the field following.
I thought I seen he almost let it get away from him right there.
Yeah, he's taking his tires, and the thing about this track is it takes so long to get around. You can make your 4-tire and fuel stop, and you can see he was running 11th, and he's going to easily come out after taking 4 tires and gas, and he's going to easily stay on the lead lap. So if we have a caution or something like that, say right now, and everyone else had to come in, Mraz would be able to stay out and take the lead. So strategy from luck of the draw of when a caution comes out could really play a factor here in this race if something like that were to happen during a green flag pit stop run.
Yeah, Nicholas Bowman, he's backed off a little bit.
Yeah, that Roy Crocker machine there, number 6, has been reeling in those top 2. Again, those top 2 probably taking it pretty easy. But still, that 6 car is running faster lap times right now than the top 2, and it's impressive to see. As we look back at the battle for 6th, as Brandon Ketchum takes 6th, and he's looking for 5th on Davey Hendricks. And he's looking to make a power move right now, passing 2 cars in 1 lap, and he's going to do it. Brandon Ketchum down into turn number 3. Oh, he washed up and makes contact with Hendricks and sends Hendrick way wide. Hendricks barely keeps it off the wall, and as that happens, the whole field is barreling down into the pit lane right now. And Michael Thwaites is crashing into the pit entrance, into the tire barrier. No caution, but Michael Thwaites just locked him up and hit the tires, or hit the water barrels on the entry to the pit lane. If this were real life, that would have made a big mess, but the top 2 cars in sync right here on entry to pit lane here. Vroman and Morris in the 7 and the 3 came in right on top of each other, along with Michael Thwaites and the 6 of Roy Crocker.
That might have ended Michael's night right there.
Yeah, I think he'll be all right. He's repairing the damage and taking a pit stop, but he lost a ton of time. And, man, Morris and Vroman couldn't have made that any better. They came in nose to tail, and they're coming out just like that. Beautiful choreographed pit stop right there. As coming around, here comes your new leader, John Gonzalez. He's making his way to the pits. Brandon Ketchum's going to stay out another lap. He's going to lead this one. Chris Gillum, Davey Hendricks, Doug Blackman, William Martin, and Josiah Strauss among the names coming in this time by.
Jerry Glenn.
Yeah, Jerry Glenn. He stayed out along with Aaron Dukes and Brandon Ketchum. We're probably expecting them to come in soon. Eric Driggins, Tommy Amacy, and Justin Walters also still out on track. These are the guys that came in under the most recent caution, which was not long after our caution before that, and those are the guys that came in during that one, along with the rest of the field didn't come in during that caution. So they're going to have a few more laps to run before they come in. But Chris Gillum, Davey Hendricks are exiting the pits along with John Gonzalez and Doug Blackman and a few other cars. But out of the cars that have come in, it is Nicholas Vroman and Edward Morris running second and first. And Andrew Mraz just got passed by Nicholas Vroman for second of the cars that have already made a pit stop, which is right now technically the 16th, 17th, and 18th positions.
Well, look who's leading the race.
But Brandon Ketchum still leading Aaron Dukes and Jerry Glenn, battling for what is second position on the racetrack before they make their pit stops.
They pitted.
And Jerry Glenn making the move for second right here. He's going to drive it in deep. He has to check up, but he's going to easily make that move on exit of turn number 2. Aaron Dukes back to third. Jerry Glenn up to second. But Brandon Ketchum getting a few laps led. That's a bonus point, I do believe, for leading a lap.
Yeah.
And, John Gonzalez is back down pit road. I'm not sure what happened to him, if he had a speeding penalty or something, but John Gonzalez is back through the pits again.
That ain't good for John.
Toward the front of the field, bouncing back from what was a bad start to the night. But something to miss there on the 8 machine. Tommy Macy just made his pit stop. He's on his way out.
Jerry Glenn and Eric Driggins ain't pitted yet.
But Brandon Ketchum is leading Jerry Glenn here during green flag pit stops. And field has been shuffled up in order. Still waiting for a couple cars to make pit stops. But still coming to 50 laps to go here for race leader Brandon Ketchum.
He ain't
points
pitted.
Leader, race leader, strongest guy all season as the points tell, and he is diving his way into pit road right now, which is going to hand the lead to second place Jerry Glenn. He's going to lead a lap here tonight. That's a bonus point, which he's fourth in points coming into this race, behind Michael Thwaites, Tommy Macy, and Brandon Ketchum. And Eric Driggins, who is running third, he's also down in the pit lane, going in for his scheduled pit stop.
That 1 point will help him.
This race goes green for a while. It's going to be interesting to see how all these strategies pan out, if we have another caution or whatnot. And if we look in on who is going to turn out to be the leader, Edward Morris and Nicholas Vroman, running just as they were before the caution, nose to tail, perfectly in order. And then not too far behind them is Roy Crocker in the 6 car.
I'm going to have to get my screen closer to me.
Brandon Ketchum's filing out of the pits right now, right in behind, actually, the 40 of Aaron Dukes, and right in front of the 12 of Michael Thwaites, which all those laps he spent out on track on older tires, while the lead cars that already came in were on fresher tires. He lost a lot of track position there, but now he's the one on the fresher tires compared to the rest of the field.
Yeah, but look where he's at. 15.
Yeah,
15.
Way behind. As race leader Jerry Glenn just made his pit stop, and next time by, I believe Jason Edmonston actually has got the lead right now. He's the last car to be on track without making his pit stop, so we are just waiting for Jason Edmonston to come in, and after that the lead will be handed over to Edward Morris in the 7 machine. And this scoring pylon will be set right back to where it should be before pit stops. But during that sequence, we had a couple new guys lead laps, and along with Jerry Glenn and Brandon Ketchum. And that's bonus points for all of them. And now we got first and second place cars here. Man, Nicholas Vroman looking to actually make a move here on his teammate Edward Morris. That's a first.
There comes Edmonton.
Edmonston giving up the lead, coming to the pits, and man, Vroman had a run out of turn 3. Looked like he was actually going to make a move on his teammate Edward Morris, and he bailed out of turn number 3. He's taking it easy, saving his stuff, and he just puts it in cruise control, and he's just going to follow his teammate number 7, Edward Morris. He's got nothing to lose right now, nothing to gain from passing his teammate in the 7 car with 48 laps left.
Wait till he gets about 5 routes and see.
But yeah, dominant night so far by the Apocalyptic Motorsports teammates. Morrison, oh, we got a caution. Caution's out on the speedway. Looking to see what happened. I see a slow car out of the tunnel turn.
Chris?
Might have been Chris Gillum in the 59.
Chris Gillum, yeah. That's what I think.
Which is a real shame because he was having a real hell of a night here tonight. His best race of the season, and looks like the tunnel turn bites another one. Got wide on exit of the tunnel turn, got the safer barrier, and lost control of that race car. And came to a quick spin, got it back straight again, but not straight in time, and caution had to come out there right after the end of green flag pit stops.
All he had to do was...
Unfortunate for Chris Gillum, was having a great night so far. He's going to bring out the caution here. Closing in on halfway, 47 laps to go.
Yeah, he didn't.
Let's see if this shakes things up. Dominant night between the top two of Vroman and Morris. John Gonzalez is going to get the lucky dog. He had to make an extra pit stop for, not sure why. A penalty of some sort is my guess. But he'll be getting the lucky dog here in 19th. Darren Clement fell 2 laps down. He's 20th. And Don Kidder and Mason Smith are both out of the race. 21st and 22nd is where they're going to finish from the looks of it. But it's going to be 19 lead lap cars, 20 cars still on the racetrack as Edward Morris is going to lead the whole field down the pits.
It won't be but one more.
Looks like Darren Clement is going to stay out, and he'll get the wave around if he stays out through the whole caution sequence, and he'll fall down to 1 lap down unless he comes in next time by when the pits open for the lap cars. But Edward Morris leading his teammate and the rest of the field down the pit lane. 4 tires and fuel for everybody.
Oh man, I gotta
see who's going to lead the field out onto the track. And just like that, in perfect sequence, Edward Morris and Nicholas Vroman hold on to the 1st and 2nd spots. Aaron Duke shoots all the way up to 3rd. 4th place is going to be Roy Crocker, then Davey Hendricks 5th, then Josiah Strauss, William Martin, Michael Thwaites, Doug Blackman, Brandon Ketchum. 1 car falling way back, Andrew Mraz, who was the first car to come in during that sequence. He's going to get as much of that damage to the right front fixed, and he's going to fall to the tail end of the field here for the restart, which is going to be led by Edward Morris in the 7 car.
Edward's back up there where he likes it.
Yes, sir, and clean air, as he has been all day long. Since he took the lead, he has not looked back.
But I tell you what, that clean air helps a lot.
Yeah, especially when these restarts get so hectic and guys running side by side is really slowing down their lap times when they're side by side, and it's really helping Edward Morris and especially his teammate Nicholas Vroman, who's been able to cruise right behind him all race long. He's just waiting for the end of the race to make a move to win.
What that 32 doing? He's not on the same lap though. Darren Clement.
Darren Clement, he's 2 laps down and pit's just open for lap cars, so he's just diving down now just to get his services done. And we have taken 1 to green for Edward Morris and Nicholas Vroman.
Well, we got 1 more pit stop coming up after this one.
Yeah, should be one more stop left. Looks like they can do about 20 laps on gas. So if this race goes green the rest of the way, might be 2 stops at most. But this could all change with a well-timed caution. We could see the whole field flip on its head.
Yeah, if they have to do a second pit stop, it'd be for a splash of gas.
Yeah, it would be close. That's why we just saw actually a couple guys in the back of the field might have just come in to top off. See a couple guys toward the back that topped off on gas just in case it does go green the rest of the way, they might have the better chance at making it on only one stop instead of two, which could be a difference maker in this race.
It sure can. We've seen it happen, Ryan.
Yeah, we did. We've seen ourselves at least one good fuel mileage race already this season. Could be getting ready to see another.
That number 7 right there run out of fuel that night. Remember that?
Yeah, that was probably one of the most exciting races we've had all year. I think it was at Charlotte when Edward Morris ran out of gas on the final lap to hand the win to Brandon Ketchum.
It was. He said he knew he was going to run out.
Yeah, he took the risk and it did not pay off. It costed him a win, but he has certainly proven his speed, Edward Morris, since then, and gotten himself, since then, already a win. And pace car is in. He's leading the field to the restart. Edward Morris and Nicholas Vroman, the teammates, nose to nose as they head down into turn number 1. Vroman is going to let his teammate of Morris in. Aaron Dukes is third as they come into turn number 1, single file through the first 4 or 5 spots. Looks like Davey Hendricks is going to lose 5th to Josiah Strauss. And now to turn number 1 on the back long straightaway, Long Pond straightaway. Michael Thwaites looking to take 6th from Davey Hendricks, who had a bad restart. He fell from 5th now to 7th already. As Michael Thwaites gets in the wall at the middle of the straightaway. And Davey Hendricks got into him. Hendricks is going to make the pass. Lots of beating and banging toward the middle and back of this field. Man, I don't know how they got through that tunnel turn. They were 3 wide toward the back of the field. Guys bouncing off the walls. They make it through. Davey Hendricks is going to hold on to 6th for now, but Michael Thwaites is still there waiting to make a move down the front straightaway. But, man, Edward Morris and Nicholas Vroman nose to tail, as we have seen for the last bunch of laps. They're running away with this race as Aaron Dukes, a new name to the front of the field. He's got 3rd spot right now. And he also has Apocalyptic Motorsports logo on the back of that race car. I think we might have a Apocalyptic Motorsports 1 through 4 right now. And then Michael Thwaites not far behind in 6th. I feel like by the next 2 weeks, everybody's going to be on Apocalyptic Motorsports. This team just keeps growing and growing. They are really successful so far this year.
I'll tell you what, that second pack going to catch up with them there in a minute.
Yeah, the field has spread out quite a bit. As you see, the 40, Aaron Dukes got a little loose there in turn 3. And he's got the number 6 of Roy Crocker up on his tail here into turn number 1. See if he makes a move. As down the front straightaway, Michael Thwaites way down to the bottom, using up all of that really wide front straightaway to make a move on Davey Hendricks for 6th. He's going to make that work as they are putting Darren Clement. That is now 3 laps down in the 32 car.
Yeah, I was watching that. I expect him to say that.
Here comes down the Long Pond straightaway. Still 1-2 for Edward Morris and Nicholas Vroman. 3rd spot, Aaron Dukes. 4th is Roy Crocker, and Josiah Strauss is 5th.
Them last 3 is
we got a wreck on the back out of the tunnel turn again. Chris Gillum is involved, along with Eric Driggins and Doug Blackman in the 25, 42, and 59, all involved, exiting the tunnel turn. Man, I think every wreck we've had already tonight has been in that number 2 turn, the tunnel turn. That one took out 3 cars. 3 cars got damaged from that one.
That tunnel turn will bite you, buddy.
Eric Driggins, one of those point contenders, running 6th in the points. Looks like he was making a move. 25 of Blackman washed way up the track. And the 42 of Driggins checked up. And the 59 of Gillum got into the right rear of the 42 of Driggins. You see that 25 of Doug Blackman has been having an issue all night with the blinking, and I think that's what sort of might have caused Eric Driggins to check up a little more than he may have had to when the 25 got up wide. And the 59 car came in there and got in the back of the 42 car and caused that accident.
Yeah, he was blinking coming around that turn.
Yeah, he's been having an issue with that all night long, and he was involved in that accident. Another turn 2, which has been Calamity Corner tonight. And Edward Morris is leading the field right now. It's going to be interesting to see who decides to pit and who doesn't.
Yeah, we still got 41
to go.
laps to go.
So from here, you could get through the rest of the race on a one-stop strategy. If you were to come in now, I think that would for sure, that would just solidify the fact that you can make it on only one stop. So I would totally think that at least guys in the back of the field would come in. Looks like we might have everybody coming in, though. Short run, but a good time for a caution, as these guys, if this race goes green the rest of the way, they can get through the whole race on just one stop, and the whole field is coming down pit road.
Okay, yep. The two stayed out. I guess them lap down cars there.
Yeah, that's Darren Clement. He stayed out to take the wave around, or he may come in next time when the pit's open for the lap cars. But Morris and Vroman crawl into their pit stalls, along with Davey Hendricks, the pole sitter. And here we come on out, and we're going to see a new leader. The top two swap positions at the commander of this race, and give it to Nicholas Vroman. Passes Edward Morris in the pits. New leader, Nicholas Vroman, who I think has been faster than Morris all night, but just hasn't really had the urge to pass Morris, and now we're going to see how that works out on this restart. Jerry Glenn jumps up to third. Andrew Mraz up to fourth. And Roy Crocker is going to fall down to fifth. Josiah Strauss, sixth. William Martin, seventh. Aaron Dukes from third back to eighth. Brandon Ketchum is ninth. And John Gonzalez is your top 10 here. As Darren Clement is going to get the lucky dog. He is now 2 laps down.
He's just now catching up with a pace car, ain't he?
Yeah, Vroman is now just catching up to the pace car as the leader. And probably going to come to 1 to green next time, which means probably 38 laps remaining in this one for the race here at Pocono.
That'd be a game changer, though.
It would. If this race goes the rest of the way, I think everyone's good on a one-stop strategy, but obviously I do not know if this race is going to go green the rest of the way. It's just a gamble these guys are taking.
Yeah, especially with them older tires. We sitting in a car here with our leader, Nicholas Bauman.
It's one fast race car, that's for sure.
But he's had it up there all night.
He has. He's been showing a lot of speed in that number 3 car. The 3 and the 7 right now have been absolutely dominating this race so far since the start of this one. Once they took the lead, they've held on to it with ease.
Yeah, we fixing to find out here. Pace car's out, ain't it? I mean, the light's out.
Yeah, we're coming down towards turn number 2. This is our last pace lap before the restart. But Vroman, Morris, and Glenn are leading. And points leader Brandon Ketchum, way back in 9th right now, has not had the greatest of nights. But Jerry Glenn running 3rd. He's 4th in points, remember, and not too far off. 28 points off the points lead right now. The way these points leaders are running, he's got a chance of getting real close to that points lead.
Yeah, if Brandon can get in that top 10, that'll help him.
Yeah, Ketchum, Macy, and Thwaites are all 9th or worse. 9th is Ketchum, Macy's 11th, and Thwaites is way back in 16th. Bad night for all 3 of them.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, pull them up tight. We can go back racing. We inside the number 1 car here. We got green flag, green.
Nicholas Vroman leads them to the green. 38 laps to go here from Pocono, and man, Morris holds it in there tight on his outside. They're going to be side by side here into turn number 1. Mraz is right up the bumper of the 7 of Morris. Morris is going to drive it in there, and Mraz even deeper. He's going to drive it in there deep. But out of turn number 1, Morris has the run on exit on the top. He's going to clear Jerry Glenn, but Nicholas Vroman is leader. We got a wreck on the back, 1 car around. caution is out. It's the 59 of Chris Gillum again on the back straightaway. He pounded that inside wall.
That's third.
Caution.
That's third wreck of the night for Chris.
Yeah, he's wrecked at least 2 or 3 times already.
Yeah.
Not of his own doing in all of them, but gonna have to see what happened here as they exited turn number 1. Gillum pushed wide out of the corner, and man, he just gets turned by Eric Driggins.
Yeah, Chris is out.
Yeah, Chris coming out of turn 1, he was up against the wall, and the 42 car misjudged at Eric Driggins and turned the 59 car around and backed into the wall very hard. Man, it's really tough for him because he was having a really great run. He was up in the top 5 for most of the start of this race, and Eric Driggins, again, he's 6th in points. He's going to get an EOL for being at fault for the accident. But quick caution there. Not expecting to see any pit stops here.
Oh, we got a new guy in 6th there. Right there,
yeah,
William Martin. Yeah.
Yeah, haven't talked much of him tonight. He started in the pits, came from the back, and he's doing pretty good for himself already here tonight.
He's running 6th. He's doing great. If he can hold it.
Yeah, he's having himself a great run. Don't want to jinx him, of course.
I ain't going to jinx nobody. I hope not. That 21 must have got a black flag or something. What happened there?
Nicholas Froman still leading here. Pretty dominant run by the 3 and the 7 cars. We saw a shootout between these guys. I believe it was Richmond. We saw it come down to Roman versus Morris. Came down to a really great race. A lot of beating and banging. And it came down to some mistakes from Edward Morris, I believe. Costed him the race and gave it to Nicholas Roman. But wow, oh man, some fake pitting. Some aggressive fake pitting there by Jerry Glenn and Andrew Mraz. But they stay out. Michael Thwaites in the back of the field. They all come in. Edmonston, Novak, Gillum, and Driggins, some guys with damage, are in the pits, coming in to top up on fuel, get some fresh tires. But we've got 2 more laps to the green flag here.
Let's go to the blimp and let them see what it's like from the blimp right now. There's the field right there, ladies and gentlemen.
Cam.
There's the blimpy cam. You like blimpy?
Man, that blimpy cam, you can see quite a bit here. All those trees out here in Pocono, the infield road course, everything.
I was fixing to say the road course is right there too.
Yeah.
I've run that road course several times.
Yeah, it's a challenging one. Very unique roval here. Very big facility here at Pocono.
Get back down here on the ground level.
Coming up over the tunnel turn. Has its name, of course, because it goes over the tunnel to enter and exit the track.
Yep, that's where they come in.
And that corner has been the cause of, I think, maybe all but 1 or 2 of the cautions, of the 6 cautions we've had tonight. That has been a real tricky corner, and it's known for being a tricky corner. This track is known for being tricky in itself. The Tricky Triangle is its name for a real good reason.
That's for sure. Yeah, you think it's going to be between them 2 right there?
I really do. These guys have been, Roman and Morris have been just so fast. I don't see how anybody's going to be able to beat them. It's going to take some sort of strategy or something because those guys are just working so well together. Roman and Morris are just taking it easy between each other and helping each other just get away from the field. And as long as they don't wreck each other coming to the checkered flag, because I feel like when it comes down to the end, they're going to maybe get aggressive between each other. But I think as long as that doesn't happen, it's going to be one of the 2.
Yeah, we got Jerry Glenn there close too now. And that 21 Andrew Mraz is in there.
Yeah, they've got some fast cars, that's for sure, but they might need a little more than that if they can make a run on the top 2 cars here. They're really fast.
Oh, they do get a good start.
And being teammates, of course, I'm sure they're able to count down, talk. They can talk to each other on the chat, of course, and TeamSpeak. They can tell each other when they're going on the restart, and it really gives them a huge advantage over guys that aren't on their team. So, going to be a strong restart probably between the top two. They're going to be right on top of each other.
Yeah, it makes them other guys wonder what's going on.
Yeah, I remember back in the truck series, I think a year ago, I ran with two teammates of mine, and whenever we started on the front row, we'd count down the restarts, and we would just take off compared to the rest of the field, blow them out of the water, because we'd be able to count down our own restarts here.
But you can do it when you got a teammate talking to them.
Yeah, it's real nice. Having a teammate is certainly an advantage here. In racing in general it is, and this Apocalyptic Motorsports team is growing, and they're really fast, taking up top few spots of this race right now as they come out of turn 3, coming to 34 laps to go here.
Green flag, green flag.
Nicholas Roman leads the field to the green flag, and man, he may have missed a shift there a little bit, but he takes off all right. Morris on the top is got his nose there on the right rear quarter panel of Roman. And also right there is Jerry Glenn here coming in turn 1. And man, washed up wide was Morris, and Roman also washing up a little bit. Jerry Glenn's got a huge run here coming down the Long Pond straightaway. Morris has got nowhere to go with his run but to push his teammate Roman. But Jerry Glenn on the bottom trying to make a run for the lead here into the tunnel turn number 2. It's going to be dangerous. Down on the bottom, he had to check up quite a bit, but so did Roman on exit. They're still side by side for the lead. Morris with a run down the straightaway into turn 3. Again, he's got nowhere to go with it. Jerry Glenn on the bottom. He's going to lose it. Roman got him on the top.
That's a little bit closer, wasn't it? I mean, he was holding him down low.
Yeah, Jerry Glenn lost a ton of momentum on the exit of 3, and he's getting eaten up right now down the front straightaway. Look at William Martin there on the top, taking it 3 wide into turn 1. John Gonzalez backs out of it in the 8 car as they come barreling down into turn 1. Man, Jerry Glenn with a really strong corner there, and he's cleared into 3rd spot out of turn 1, and they are 3 wide down the Long Pond straightaway. Someone's got to back out of this battle here coming into the tunnel turn, and it's smart move by John Gonzalez. He bailed out. That would not have gone well if they were 3 wide into the tunnel turn.
That wouldn't have worked.
That is for sure. And here comes Mraz. He's working on 4th here over William Martin. And he's going to get that spot. William Martin trying the crossover. They're going to check up bad there in turn 3. Roy Crocker really got the bad end of that stick here. He's going to fall back a little bit. And they finally calm down a little bit. Hectic restart there, but it's again Nicholas Roman and Edward Morris 1-2 into turn number 1 here with 32 laps to go.
Yeah, Edward Morris is fell back a little bit from his partner.
Yeah, he has. I think Roman out of the two. If I had to pick one, it would be Roman with the faster car, because he was able during those long runs that we had to just ride right behind Morris and not lose any ground on him. But whenever he had a run and had the chance to pass him, he just decided not to. And let's see if Roman can pull away from Morris, or if Morris can hang on tight behind him.
Well, you could tell by watching them when they was racing there a while ago, before the last pit stop. You could tell that Roman could have got around him. Barman could have got around him anytime.
Yeah, Roman, I do believe, is the faster of the two here, but it could all come down to a bad timed caution for one of them, or something to just shake the field up, as we got a good battle going on for 4th here between Mraz, William Martin, and Gonzalez.
Oh.
And it's Martin on the bottom of Gonzalez here. Mraz just picked off Martin, and now Gonzalez looking to do the same on the top here, coming into the turn 2, the tunnel turn.
John Gonzalez is back there in 5th.
Yeah, he just got 5th spot from William Martin there, and now up to 6th is Roy Crocker. And William Martin driving as hard as he can, trying to hold on to these spots that he is rapidly losing here. he's about to lose another one here to Davey Hendricks.
Look at the car there, Ryan.
Yeah, he's got some damage there to the back end.
That car tore up.
Yeah, a lot of these cars have got damage to the right front, especially, is kind of the main spot of damage. Which that number 37 car doesn't have any right front damage. It's all the right in the back of the car, but still it's going to be hurting his performance. But right now, your leader in pulling away, fastest car on the track last time by, Nicholas Vroman, driving away from the field right now in that 3 car.
Well, that's we see where he qualified. You know, he was the fastest. Well, not the fastest, but he was right there on top.
Yeah, he's got a ton of speed, no doubt. He qualified 3rd. He was the fastest car in practice. But not only did he qualify 3rd, but he missed the beginning of the race, had to start in the pit lane, and worked his way from dead last to the lead real fast. With that first caution came out, I remember he stayed out, took the track position, and had the lead. He never looked back, and it's been between him and Morris ever since. And he's had a lot of speed in that 3 car, and it's been real impressive seeing him dominating this race. We got a caution on the racetrack here, Tim.
Sure do.
On the back straightaway, it's 2nd in points. Tommy Macy's up on his lid on the Long Pond straightaway.
I see that.
Tommy Macy just rolled his way down the Long Pond straightaway, and he's driving away from it. Looks like it was behind him, the lap car actually of Darren Clement, 1 lap down. Tommy Macy was 15th. Clement on the outside, stuck his nose out there with a run, and Macy came up across the nose of the 32. His car did a flip, got back on his wheels, and then got hit again by Clement, and then flipped over 3 more times down the Long Pond straightaway.
All right, we're gonna see what happens here. Now, I don't think they're far enough to make it.
Yeah, it's close on fuel right now. I think if you were to come in now and pit, it would be really close. If you saved all the fuel you could, maybe, but it's really a gamble at this point right now if you were to try to make it on fuel.
Yes, it is. The whole field is on the back stretch, ain't they? John Gonzalez. I don't think they're going to come in there, Ryan.
We just did 13 laps on that run for tires and fuel, and we got 28 to go, probably going to be 25, 26 to go on the restart, and it's going to be close on fuel, but I think with the tires being this old, I think that we're going to see these guys come down the pits. If somebody takes a gamble and stays out, I'd be surprised because we were out there for quite a while, but just have to see how this shakes out here late in the race.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't come in right now because I don't think they can make it.
Yeah, I think a good call, which if they get lucky, is if they stay out and then get a quick caution and then come in, then they'd be good on fuel, but looks like we've got the whole field coming into the pits here.
Sure do. Let's let them look at it from the blimp now.
Got pit stops from the Blimpy Cam here, led in by Nicholas Vroman and Edward Morris.
All through the field.
Ooh, Edward Morris was a little slow getting into his box. He crawled in there. I don't know if he's going to be able to beat that 3 car out of the pits. It's going to be close. They're both identical when it comes to putting up the jack and dropping it, but it's going to be Andrew Mraz is going to beat them all out. Andrew Mraz leads. Wow, and that's what it takes there. Now the whole field shook up. It's not the Morris and Vroman show anymore.
Well,
Andrew Mraz to the lead.
That 71 stayed out. I don't know if he's coming in or not.
Yeah, that's true. The 71, Jason Edmonston, who's got a pretty heavily damaged car, and he was toward the back of the field. I don't know if that's going to be a staying out gamble or if he's just trying to lead a lap.
Well, if that's a staying out gamble, he's going to hurt. Because he got a lot of maps on them tires.
That's not a gamble I'd take, no. But Andrew Mraz, first car out of the pits there from 4th position. Edward Morris and Nicholas Roman fell back to second, third. John Gonzalez is fourth. Jerry Glenn is fifth. And it's going to be interesting now. Morris and Roman are going to have to do some work to get back to the lead.
I think that 71 will go around. I tell you, I think they're going to have to go to 25 to make it.
Yeah, these guys, I'm sure, have got the thing shut off right now. They're saving as much fuel as they can, knowing that it's going to be close on gas if we do go green the rest of the way. If we do have another caution, I think it's going to be a guarantee that everybody comes into the pits to top it off on gas to make sure they can make it. But it's going to be close. 71 and Jason Edmonston, though, he has elected to take the top lane on the restart. He is the leader right now. He stayed out. He's got 11-lap old tires and a lot of damage on that race car. So Edmonston is staying out on this restart, just led that lap. And what's that going to do? It's going to hold up the 3 of Nicholas Broman, because he is stuck behind the 71 on this restart. As long as the 71 takes off, though, I think the reason he took the outside is so he can move over and kind of give these guys room. So as long as he gets a good jump and doesn't hold up the 3 too much coming into turn 1, it shouldn't affect things too much. But either way, it's going to hurt the 3 of Nicholas Roman.
Yeah, and he's thinking about the same thing, too.
Also wanted to update on the back of the field. Doug Blackman has joined the retirees from this race. He is out of the race in 20th. Darren Clement is still on track, 2 laps down in 19th. He's going to need a couple cautions here to make his way back onto the lead lap, but it is Jason Edmonston leading coming to the restart with 25 to go, and we take the green. Andrew Mraz is second on the inside here for the restart.
I think that 21 going to eat him up, Ryan.
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt in my mind that he's going to, but it's going to be basically the 7 or the 3. How are they going to do on this restart? Are they going to have a chance on the 21? I do think they're faster, but it's going to take some work to get the lead out of that 21 car. We know he's going to be trying with everything he has to win this race.
Yeah, they'll make teammates right there. We got a green flag. Green, green, green.
And Jason Edmonston took off well, and he's going to move down to the bottom of the track in front of Mraz. A really spread out restart. The field fanned out quite a bit there. And Morris is going to try to get under Mraz. Not going to get there. Edmonston holding up the bottom line a little bit. A big stack up there. Oh, contact. Great save there by the 8 car of John Gonzalez. Man, that was really tight racing there out of turn 2. I thought that was for sure going to be a wreck between the 8 and the 3, but they hold on to it. Edmonston gets out of the way, and now it's a battle for the lead between Roman Morris and the leader, Andrew Mraz, out of the tunnel turn number 2 into turn number 3, coming to take 24 to go this time.
I was watching John Gonzalez there, but he had to whoop that steering wheel, didn't he?
Oh, man, he was sawing at the wheel there out of turn 1. I thought no doubt we were about to see a wreck between him and Vroman. And, man, I am mind blown on the fact that they did not crash there. I thought Vroman was about to get spun around, and that was going to ruin the whole chance of any of them winning. And now we've got ourselves a good show on our hands. Can the 7 and the 3 of Morris and Vroman reel in the 21 of Mraz here at the end of this race? I think they're no doubt the faster cars. But do they have the time and do they have the patience to make the pass before the end of this race?
Well, we got 24 laps to go. I think the number 7 there of Edward Morris is kind of pacing it out right now.
Yeah, he is reeling in that 21 car fast right now. He just caught him there out of 2. And he is there here at turn number 3. And he's got the run down the front straightaway. The 21 of Mraz is going to lead at the line, but Morris has got the preferred line into turn number 1. As they're catching up, they see the 71 car down there on the apron just made a pit stop. That's Edmonston. He came in for faster pair, fuel, and tires, which puts him in the green to make it to the end of this race. But, man, Morris didn't clear him there out of 1, but now he's clear. Mraz had to check up just a bit there on the exit of turn 1. He was pushing it with all he got. And now it's Roman on the back end of Mraz for second, but new leader is Edward Morris. These guys, remember, I really think they don't have enough fuel to make it to the end right now, so it's going to be close.
Mraz just hit the wall, just tapped the wall back there, too.
He just barely kissed it. Vroman's still there in second, battling for second. He wants to get second as quick as he can so he can work on getting to the lead. He gets the run out of 3 on the outside of Mraz. He's going to have the outside into turn 1, which, as fast as that 3 car is, I think he's going to see if he can be able to work it around the outside of him. Not going to drive it in deep. He's going to try to work on getting the exit speed, and he's got it. He's going to clear the 21 Mraz. Now he's got to work on going for the lead on his teammate. And at this rate, and at this point in the race, you can't sit behind him. You got to go for that lead. You can't just crawl around behind him. There's still 22 laps to go, I guess, but I think now is go time for these guys. Teammates or not, it's time.
You know, right now, Ryan, all bets is out the window, and your friendship's out the window right now.
Yeah, it's go time. It's all or nothing here. The battle for the lead is getting ready to go on here. Vroman and Morris, both of these guys are going to be battling for the lead, but not only that, they got to probably be saving a little bit of fuel here, don't you think?
Probably, because well, let's see, they got 21 more laps to go. They've been getting, what, 21, 22?
Yeah, this is, I guess about now is when you could come in and make it to the end. But these guys have already been out there for 7 laps on this tank of gas, and it's going to be close as John Gonzalez just got the wall out of turn 1, and he just got passed by Roy Crocker for 4th.
I seen John Gonzalez when he hit the wall.
Roy Crocker up to 4th now, but the battle for the lead is on. One thing these two guys could do is what they've been doing really all race together is just chill out, run first and second together, and if they think they even have a chance at making it to the end on gas, is just sit there, push a clutch in and save while keeping a gap to the 3rd place car. They could work with each other and save while still not losing the lead they have.
John Gonzalez ain't saving no fuel.
Nah, he's pushing with what he's got right now. He's giving up on the fuel save game. He's just going for it. He doesn't think he's going to make it without a pit stop, so he's just going to push and then make that pit stop.
Jerry Glenn's right behind him, but I think Jerry Glenn's still a lap down, ain't he?
No, he is not. Jerry Glenn's running 6 right now. He's been running well this race.
You mean Jerry Glenn got his 2 laps back?
No, that's Darren Clement, who's 2 down.
Okay.
Battle for the lead, though. Vroman sticking his nose in there under Morris. Didn't get him there, but he's right tucked in behind him with the draft down the front straightaway.
He's probably talking to him.
Yeah, they're still working together, I bet. He's not going to let him win, that's for sure.
What would you do if you was up there in that front car there and you was talking to your buddy behind you?
Well, if I were the leader, I'd be telling him to chill out and stay behind me. But if I were the guy in second, I'd be saying, move over, I want to win this thing.
That's probably what he's doing.
Yeah, I mean, it all depends. I'm not in the driver's seat. I'm not in the crew chief's seat. I don't know the exact fuel situation. If they know they can't make it, I'd be pushing to try to pass the leader. If they think they can make it with saving, I'd be saying, all right, let's calm down and just save. But it really just all depends on what they think they can do on fuel here on this race.
That's right.
And look who thinks he can't make it. The 21 car, Andrew Mraz, diving down for the pit lane already. He's short pitting right now. He's already down the pit lane. He knows he can't make it. He's making the pit stop now, knowing that if a caution comes out, maybe he'll be able to stay out because he's not going to lose a lap. So I think that's actually a pretty smart call there by Andrew Mraz, especially if we get a caution here.
What are you getting, about 4 seconds of fuel?
Yeah, he's just going to fill it up and maybe take tires. Not sure about that one. Looks like he's taking tires, taking a fast repair. He's going to get everything done on that car so that if there is a caution, I think he'll probably stay out, take the strategy call, because he's not going to go a lap down more than likely. That's a pretty smart strategy call there by Andrew Mraz in the 21 car. Just in case we do get a caution, he'll be in really good shape.
Yeah, Borman is trying his best now. He's getting close.
Man, he couldn't be much closer to the back end. If he gets up under that 7 car and spins him out, man, he couldn't get much closer where he is now.
I don't think he's going to. He might. I don't think he will, though.
No, I don't think so either. I don't think he's going to be that bad to his teammate. He's got to at least try to race him clean if he's going to race him at all here.
Yeah, and Ryan, he wants to avoid that fight after the race, too.
Yeah, for sure. Don't want any tempers, especially between teammates. And the 3 and the 7, though, this is just like we saw through most of this race, just maintaining that gap. The 3 car, I think, is faster, and he's just there, and he's not making the move. He's saving what he's got until the very end of the race, and then he's going to go for it. So it'll be interesting to see if the 3 car can make the move. Oh, here they come into the pits, actually.
I'm
the
not
top 3
believing
cars,
that.
all 3
Oh, he
they
spun
got each
him.
other. Oh, man.
Oh.
Roman got into the back of his teammate and turned him on pit entry. That crumpled up the nose of the 3 car. All the apocalyptic cars are in the pits. The teammates are all in. Morris just gets it spun around. Morris, the back of that car is all sorts of messed up. But man, that didn't hurt Roman very much, though. He'll be all right.
Look who's leading.
Now that gives the lead to Davey Hendricks, but just from looking at that, I think it's for sure that everybody's going to need to come in again. But man, Nicholas Roman took the faster pair as he's taking tires and fuel.
Do you think that happened on purpose?
I would hope not, but it looks like I'm looking at the replay myself right now, and man, that 3 car was cooking it coming into the pits, and that 7 car really woed up, and man, he ran him right over onto the pit lane, and man, that is a game changer right there. That flips this whole race on its head.
Well,
Wow,
I didn't mean to say on purpose, but you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
He couldn't help it. You know, he run into him. He was coming pretty hot.
Yeah, he was flying in the pits. I'm not sure if the 7 car of Morris checked up too much or too early compared to what the 3 car was doing, or if the 3 car was overcooking it. But either way, big game changer there, and that has really shaken up the field. But right now, your leader, Jerry Glenn, leads Aaron Dukes in second. They are still without coming into the pits, running 1-2. But right now, your leader, actually, because of that whole mess of stuff that happened there, Andrew Mraz is the first car in the line that has already made a pit stop. He has 8 seconds ahead of Nicholas Roman right now.
Wow. I never thought it turned into that.
If this race goes green the rest of the way, I think Andrew Mraz has a 8-second advantage over second place, and Edward Morris has fallen 20 seconds behind the leader of the cars that have already come into the pits, that being Andrew Mraz. So, man, the 2 guys that were looking like they're going to dominate this race,
done in the back.
they are now towards the back, all because of one little mistake on pit entry. And now Andrew Mraz, a guy we thought that maybe was going to run third to those 2 guys, he's got it made right now with a huge lead. But the only thing is Nicholas Roman has the fresher tires because he came in later, so he just made up a full second just that one lap. So I wouldn't say it's overlap. It's over yet. He cut that gap down to 7 seconds. He cut it a whole second just that one time by, and maybe he'll be able to reel him in.
Tommy and Macy's in third.
Yeah, Macy's third, Justin Walters is second, and Jerry Glenn is still leading. They have not made a pit stop. Maybe they're trying to gamble and stay out on fuel.
We still got 13 laps to go. They pitted, what, 27?
Yeah, Jerry Glenn would have to stretch it 28 laps.
He can't do it. I don't think he can.
Yeah, the top 3-4 cars that actually have not come in yet, they would have to stretch it 28 laps on gas. And that's all if, remember, it's got to go green the whole way for that to happen. And yeah, they're giving up Jerry Glenn and Justin Walters, the first and second place cars. Looks like, or actually it's just going to be Jerry Glenn coming in right now. Walters stays out along with Tommy and Macy. So now we've just got 2 guys on track that have yet to come into the pits. Justin Walters leading his first laps of the night, and Tommy Amacy is second. Third is Adam Novak. In fourth place is Andrew Mraz, is the first of the cars to come into the pits already, and Nicholas Vroman is just trying to reel him in.
Tommy Amacy ain't led a lap tonight, has he?
I do not think he has, but he's been toward the middle of the field all night long, and see if he can come up on top here toward the end on strategy. That time by, Vroman reels in on over a second on Mraz's lead just that time by. Now it's down to less than a 6-second lead. So this thing is far from over. 12 more laps and a second a lap faster for Vroman. If that gap continues to shrink by over a second a lap, Vroman's going to get there before this show is over. But then again, all it takes is one caution to change his whole outlook of this race.
It's looking good for him. Ryan, let me take this a moment here to thank everybody that's came out tonight and everybody that's watching us here in Long Pond, Pennsylvania. We've had a great race tonight, and if y'all liked it, give us a like and subscribe. And of course, there's a dislike button if you didn't like it. Like Joe said, we appreciate you coming by. ExtremeMotorsports99.com and OSRN Network. We appreciate everybody coming by.
Yeah, got to thank to all you guys out there viewing. And Justin Walters trying to play the gamble here and stretch it on gas. 10 laps to go, and he is still out there on the track. He should only have about 4 laps on gas left, 4 or 5 laps at most, but see if he can stretch it out, pull off a miracle here. Justin Walters, Tommy Amacy, and Adam Novak running first through third right now. They're the slowest cars on the track, but they're the first 3 cars on the track because of the fuel mileage that they're trying to pull here.
Tommy Amacy just got passed by the 71 there.
Yeah, the 71 car just made his pit stop. He's a lap behind, but he's on the fresher tires, and that would be why he's so much faster than him.
Yeah, Tommy didn't worry about that one.
No, he did not at all. But still, reeling in at about a second a lap is Vroman on Mraz. And even faster than Vroman yet is the next car behind him is Roy Crocker, gained about 0.2 of a second last time by. And this is his debut race, and he, at this rate, as long as the top 3 cars don't make it on gas, is looking to run for 3rd spot as long as nothing goes wrong. And Brandon Ketchum is in a heated battle for 4th, 5th, and 6th of the cars that have already made pit stops.
71.
Oh, the 71's around right with Tommy Amacy, and there's your caution that changes everything.
Tommy Amacy hit the wall.
Tommy Amacy and Jason Edmonston involved. Edmonston went around. He was in the lucky dog position, but because he was the cause of caution, he won't get it. And it looks like right in front of Amacy, Edmonston got onto the apron, spun it around. Edmonston just barely missed Amacy, but Amacy, to miss Edmonston, had to hit the wall there. He got some bad damage, but man, that changes everything, because Justin Walters, who is still out on the racetrack, he's going to more than likely have to pit for fresh tires and fuel here with 8 laps to go. But will the rest of the field follow him? And if so, that means Justin Walters would be the leader on the restart. But if no one else follows him, or if Walters stays out, it all depends on this pit stop here, or lack thereof pit stop coming up here for this restart, which will be with about 5 laps to go.
We appreciate that there, Jacob. Everybody in the chat there, we appreciate everybody coming by. And y'all are helping us. Y'all are our audience, and we love y'all. And I tell you what, keep up the good work. Y'all doing great. And Pat, everybody, awesome. Well, Ryan, we got 8 laps to go. Look like it's going to be 5. Yeah, about 5 laps when they get back to the green.
It's going to be interesting. I think it really all depends on what happens here on this pit stop if the 46, the 05, and the 44 decide to pit at all, if the rest of the field comes in with them. We're about to find out here.
At 46 and 05 right there, Tommy's right there in second place.
Yeah, those top 3 cars are the guys that have yet to pit. Tommy Macy, Justin Walters, Adam Novak. Looks like they're diving down for pit road, and looks like maybe the rest of the field might be following.
Yep.
Man, Andrew Mraz follows, but Vroman stays out along with Ketchum and along with the 6 car of Roy Crocker. Ketchum is 3rd. 4th is Aaron Dukes. 5th is Jerry Glenn. 6th is Edward Morris. 7th is Driggins. And Lucky Dog's going to go to Darren Clement, as you're seeing. And looks like the top 7 cars stay out.
Oh.
7 cars stay out, not the top 7, but 7 cars stay out. But Nicholas Vroman has the lead, and his teammate in his debut, Roy Crocker, is 2nd, and then points leader, Brandon Ketchum, is 3rd.
Look like Michael Twaits missed his pit stop. Now, that's what I saw.
Came right on through. Tommy Macy, John Gonzalez, Justin Walters, Novak, Mraz, Hendricks, Martin, Strauss all come out. But it's shaping up to be an exciting one here. Looks like we're going to have 5 laps to go on the restart.
Wouldn't it be something to see Roy Crocker win it?
That would be something, all right. That would be wild to win on your first ever start. Be something impressive, and it would be really showing some talent here for future races this season.
Man, I tell you what, it could happen.
You know, it totally could. He's showing a lot of speed here tonight, and if everything shapes out the way it shapes out here, it might be good for him.
I don't think Tommy got no. He ain't got no way to get up there. I don't know. He's in 9th place.
Yeah, Tommy there toward the back, and a couple other guys. I think those guys that stayed out almost had the right strategy call. I mean, if the caution came just a little later, they might have been in perfect shape, but now they're on fresh tires, but they got to work through a lot of cars, and it's going to be hectic because those guys that just came in the pits on fresh tires are going to be so much faster than the guys on old tires. It's going to be dangerous coming into turns 1 and 2, into the tunnel turn and whatnot is going to be messy, and hopefully the guys are able to keep it calm. As hard as it is here, it's going to be 5 to go.
I tell you what, I guarantee you Roy Crocker is in a happy place. I'd rather be right there where he's at the end of the race like this than be in front. Because, you know, everybody going to be gunning for you to get around you in the front.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, to say the least. Nicholas Vroman, I honestly think, has the best chance. I'd be surprised, if anyone could beat him, but Brandon Ketchum, he's the points leader for a reason, and he's in 3rd. And Roy Crocker, he's in 2nd for a reason. He's got a lot of speed and a lot of talent here in his first ever start. So it's going to be an interesting one. Aaron Dukes, haven't talked much of him all season, and he's in 4th. Jerry Glenn, he's 5th. One of the fastest cars all night. Edward Morris, who we saw the incident entering pit road that changed the whole outcome of this race from the looks of it. He's right there in 6th. It's going to be interesting.
Ryan, this is the last restart right here.
Yeah, this is it. Unless we have a caution right off the bat on the restart, then we might get another one. But this more than likely will be the last restart of this race. All they need to do is make it around one time, and it basically solidifies the end of this race under this being the last restart. And it's going to be led by Nicholas Vroman.
Man, it's going to be a race right here.
Green flag is out. Vroman gets the jump, and he is clear before the start-finish line even. Nicholas Vroman leads. Roy Crocker 2nd. Aaron Dukes clear to 3rd. A missed shift by Ketchum. He's going to fall back. And look at Apocalyptic Motorsports 1st through 4th. Edward Morris there in 4th, and he's looking on the bottom. No, he's not going to get it. And now here they come out of turn number 1. We got a wreck in the back, Tim.
That's
Spin in
it.
the back. caution's out. I don't know if it's over yet. I wouldn't say that too soon. Mraz and Martin crash out of turn number 1.
Well,
and
we got
this
5
may
out.
or may not be over. Because the caution laps, there aren't many of them. It might be over, but I don't know. Don't count your chickens before they hatch. We might have a 1-lap shootout.
Or 2. Maybe a green-white checker.
It might be, but Mraz and Martin were running in the back on the restart. Let's see what happened. The cause of caution. Let's see, Mraz was behind Walters and a Macy, and it looks like a stack up. Mraz got turned by the 37 of William Martin.
How many times have we seen that at the end of the race?
Yeah, lots of stacking up there, but pace car is going to catch the field here. 4 laps to go. I think we're going to have 1 or 2 laps here. This is not over. And on that restart, Edward Morris went from 6th to 4th, just in that one corner. And Brendan Ketchum fell from 3rd to 5th. Aaron Dukes is up to 3rd, and Roy Crocker's there in 2nd. Apocalyptic Motorsports is got the front of this field locked down right now.
Gonna be a shootout, I believe.
Yes, it will. And, man, Edward Morris, that scared me there for a second. He disappeared there for about 10 seconds down that long pond straightaway, but he's back. So, worried he wasn't going to reappear again, but we're still coming up to the pit lane here. See if anyone makes pit stop.
Maybe in the back. I don't think I would up in front.
Yeah, I think it's pretty solid for the front of the field. I'd be surprised if we see anyone come in from the front. The back of the field is a maybe. Now it looks like everyone's going to stay out here, coming to 2 to green this time. The lucky dog should be going to Darren Clement in the 32 machine, which will put him finally back on the lead lap.
If the pace car don't turn his lights off on this next one, it's over.
That is correct. If he turns his light off on the next one, that means 1-lap shootout to decide this race. And we know how hectic these restarts have been. Oh, man, a 1-lap shootout. It's going to get wild.
Maybe give the X everywhere.
But Vroman, Crocker, Dukes, and Morris, all with that Apocalyptic Motorsports badge on the back of their car, along with Jerry Glenn and Eric Driggins. They've got 6 of the top 7, and that's a lot of Apocalyptic Motorsports cars out there. I'm not sure if Ketchum is on the team. He doesn't have the logo on the back, so guessing not, but...
How many they got?
They've locked down about half the field. There's more and more of them every race.
I heard that.
It's more than a team right now. It's more like a gang going on here. Apocalyptic Motorsports.
Catch me if you can.
Yeah, they're fast, that's for sure. If you're fast, they're probably going to hire you right on the team. And having teammates, as we've seen all race long, is a huge advantage, but it became a disadvantage between the 3 and the 7. They tried to come down the pits together and ran each other over coming down the pit lane, and that shook everything up, and they might still come out on top. See, Vroman's in 1st, and Morris is still in 4th. They've been the fastest cars all night, and lights are off on the pace car. We are shaping up for a 1-lap shootout.
You can bet on that 6 won't have no problem finding no team.
Yeah, I don't think so. He's looking strong right now, but let's see if Morris gives that 3-car of Roman a shove here on this restart. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be really, really exciting to watch.
Well, you got the 40 right there. He ain't been up there all night. Aaron Dukes.
Yeah, he's been quiet tonight. He's third for the restart. And interesting thing is, Nicholas Roman, the leader, has elected to take the top for the restart so he can have his main man, his main teammate, behind him, Edward Morris, who they have been working together all race, and now he's got Edward Morris right behind him, and he put the two younger guys that we haven't seen so much of, Aaron Dukes and Roy Crocker, he put them on the bottom. And Roman's now got the faster car behind him compared to the other two there on the bottom. It's going to be interesting. We haven't seen anybody all night long take the top on the restart, so gutsy call there by the number 3 of Nicholas Roman here coming to the restart with 1 lap to go.
1 lap shootout. And definitely, if there's a crash on this one, it's over.
Yeah, well, there are no cautions on the white flag lap, so they crash, they keep going. Checkers or wreckers right here on the last lap. Well, here they come. Pace car makes a dive down onto pit lane. Green flag is out. Nicholas Roman leads. He gets a good jump, and here comes Edward Morris right behind him, giving him a push down the front straightaway.
We knew that was going to happen.
He's attached to his bumper, and he's got Jerry Glenn behind him, too. Nose to tail as the top 5 cars break away. Down into turn 1. Big run on the bottom from Roy Crocker. Trying to push, see what he can get out of it. Edward Morris with a huge run out of turn 1. They're 3 wide for second, but Morris with the run as they barrel down towards turn 2. This isn't over for Edward Morris. He's right there behind Roman. If he gets a run through 2, he might have a chance into 3. Morris right there within touching distance as they're crashing all over the place behind him for 3rd. Roman's got a good spot. Is Morris going to send it in there, or is he going to go for the run on exit through turn number 3? Nicholas Roman looks like he's got it. Nicholas Roman is going to do it. Nicholas Roman holds off Edward Morris and wins at Pocono. Edward Morris gets 2nd. And man, John Gonzalez comes from out of the top 5 to 3rd on the final restart. And man, what a great race that was.
John comes out of nowhere, buddy.
Man, John Gonzalez restarted 8th and ended up 3rd.
You go ahead and you interview all 3 of them tonight, Ryan.
All right, sounds good. We'll drag them on up there in 1 second as you guys watch Nicholas Roman doing some sweet burnouts down on the front straightaway.
I appreciate everybody that came tonight, and y'all give us a like and subscribe if you like it. And hey, this is what we do it for. We have fun up here. We had fun tonight, didn't we, Ryan?
Oh, we had a blast. That was a real good show they put on tonight.
It sure was. We got a bunch more short tracks coming up too.
We do. We got Bristol on the schedule soon, Iowa on the schedule soon.
Yep, we just added Iowa.
Yeah, only 3 more races left on the schedule before the playoffs begin.
We don't have playoffs in this one.
Oh, that's right. So no playoffs. But a challenging season to come, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah. Look at him. Burn them down.
But Brandon Ketchum pulls away on his points lead over Tommy Macy after that one.
Yeah, Tommy hit the wall and put him back to back.
Yeah, he had a rough night.
Yep.
All right, we're going to bring up the 3rd place finisher, John Gonzalez, here. John Gonzalez, Ryan Gable up in the OSR Network booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir, I got you.
All right, John, you put on a great show tonight. Came out of nowhere on that last restart from 8th to 3rd. And at the start of the night tonight, you had a rough race, but you bounced back toward the end. What was the motivation you got to push you to the front there at the end?
The night didn't start off very well. I mean, like you said, we started at the back and just it didn't quite, get out of the gate, so to speak. Caught the cautions at the right time, had a couple good pit stops, and then after that, we just kind of tried to drive through the field. The only reason I was sitting 3rd is because I somehow managed to make it stick on the apron through turn 2 over there.
And oh, you go ahead.
It was definitely a fun race, though. I can't lie.
Yeah, you certainly put on a good show. What was it on that last hectic one-lap restart that got you from 8th to 3rd there? That was wild.
Honestly, I just got a really good run out of turn 1. I was able to beat Ketchum off the initial start. I got through turn 1 really well, and I carried that momentum down the back straightaway, and I drove it harder into turn 2 than I had all night. And I was waiting for it to wash up, and it never did, so I just put my foot back to the floor and drove around everybody.
All right, man. Thanks for putting on a great show tonight. Anyone you want to give thanks to? Any shout-outs you want to make?
Just another shout-out to Michael Mueller, letting me come over here and use his computer to run on Monday nights. So big thanks to him, and a big thanks to you guys for putting on the broadcast.
All right, thanks, man. Have a good night.
You too, guys.
All right, now we're going to bring up second-place finisher Edward Morris here. All right, Mr. Edward Morris, Ryan Gable up in the OSR Network booth. You got a copy?
Good, Ryan.
All right, Edward, you put on a great show. You and Nicholas Roman had really good show of teamwork, I guess you could say, up there between first and second. And you had the incident coming down pit road that set you in the back, but you came back there at the end. Was it really teamwork between you and the three of Roman that put you guys out front there toward the end, or was it that set you back and cost you maybe a chance at the win over your teammate?
No, first off, I just want to give a shout out to Nick, man. He did an awesome job today, coming home with that win. No, the teamwork, it definitely played off here. We did good work. Made a mistake there getting on the pit road. He's trying to stay as close as he could to me. Got into the back of me. That no big deal. It happens. But the teamwork definitely it played a big role here.
Now, coming through the rest of the season, looking at these next few races, how do you think you'll fare? This was a very unique track, obviously, Pocono is, but these next few races, we've got some short tracks coming up, but how do you think you're going to do in these next couple?
I'm comfortable. I'll be running up front. I'm sure of that.
All right, is there anyone you want to thank? Any shout-outs you want to make?
Yeah, I'd like to give a shout-out to you guys for broadcasting. Rick and all the admins are doing such a great job. Team, Eric DeRiggins, everybody on the team, we worked hard. Welcome to the team, Roy. Did good this race. I'd like to thank the family, the wife. Everybody shows their support.
All right, thanks. Have a good night.
You too.
All right, now we're going to bring up the race winner here in just one moment, Nicholas Roman. Nicholas Romans, Ryan gave up here in the OSRN booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. You put on a great show. Looked like you and Edward Morris there, your teammate, had the fastest cars on track, but yours seemed just to be a little bit faster, and when it came down in the end, you had the most speed there at the end. Do you think teamwork played a big factor under you winning this race between you and Morris and all the other teammates on Apocalyptic Motorsports?
Yes, teamwork's a big thing on Apocalyptic Motorsports. We practice together, we share information together. We're trying to make each other fast and help the team in general in every race.
And man, you and Morris, both of you guys, put on a great show there between first and second. Out of the two of you guys, you had that incident coming into the pits there at one point. How do you think that changed your race, that pit road incident?
I just want to start by saying I am completely sorry to Edward Morris. Again, I locked him up getting in there and I got into the back of him. That played a big part, and it was pretty much just me out in front by myself. It wasn't just him. But luckily a caution came out and he was luckily to work his way through the field and finish second.
All right, anyone you want to thank? Any shout-outs you want to make here tonight?
Yes, I want to thank Team Apocalyptic, Ed, Aaron, Michael, Eric, Roy, Jerry, and Dylan, the whole team, man. Again, we work together every week. Thank you guys, sharing information. I want to thank all my subscribers to my YouTube channel that are watching. Big shout out to them. Big shout out to SNRRL Racing, and big shout out, man, to all the fans, and especially you guys in the booth and the admins. Thank you guys a lot.
All right, thank you again.
Rick.
All right, thanks again, Nicholas. Have a good night.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Ryan. That was a great race there. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all enjoyed it. I hope. We'll see y'all next Monday night. Where we gonna be now? Next Monday night, Ryan?
That would be Iowa.
We're gonna be at Iowa next week. All right, from ExtremeMotorsports99.com, it's Tim McBrewer in the OSRN booth. And good night from Pocono. Good night, Ryan. Hang on a minute, I got to turn these off.
Yeah, it was. Good stuff. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, next week I'll be here. The week after that I'll be here, and then it's 3 weeks from now I won't. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. You'll probably be fine. Yeah. Yeah. Sounds good. Where is we supposed to talk to Rick? I don't know if he's in here or not. The K&N lobby there. I'm gonna hop in there.